Don't shake it at all. That booty like a basketball.
Today's the day, maybe. Be more enjoyable than the Army. I haven't turned any TV on. I'm still in last night's scrubs. It was a shipping day. I went to the post office, let me put it that way, and they had the doors locked. So I guess I called someone, they're like, they went to lunch. So I have to run back there. Supposed to be taking my son and wife and sons, son, my oldest, my youngest, and my wife on a bike ride. So wanted to get this in. We're going to post a banger basketball later. It'll probably be a little later so we can talk some fantasy. Maybe figure out what the heck. I mean, I guess we know what's going on with Antonio Brown, right? Like, he's batshit crazy. I guess that's the best way to put it. I don't understand how you can fall out that quickly, right? Like, 50 mil over $50,000 fine. Like, get over it. It's a pride thing. He wants to be him, but he's got to understand that, like, there is a world exists. He's not going to get a commentating job like some of these guys do. No offense. I watched him on Dancing with the Stars. I don't want to listen to him, and maybe some people do. That's my opinion. I don't want to listen to him as a commentator. I don't think he has the understanding of the game. He has the skill, no questions asked. I don't think he has the understanding of the game to be an analyst, or even a sideline reporter. He definitely doesn't have the professionalism. So I'm not really sure what AB's going to do after football's over. And he had $50 million in front of him, and he said, I want to be me. Which is great. Listen, man, I don't stop anybody from being them. Yeah, I didn't get it. He's like, well, you know what, Todd? To be fair, I don't think at that point of the creation and the display of the video that he knew he was getting fined $250 and voiding his $30 million. He was like, no more games, let's play football. And then, in a way, the Raiders were kind of like, hey, by the way, we're only going to pay you week to week. So, like, they were kind of poking a little bit, too, but I don't blame him. He created that mess. And I think Drew Rosenhaus tried to clean it up. I say, man, the big loser is this whole thing is that it's Raiders fans, especially people who bought I almost said Russell Westbrook, who bought Antonio jerseys. But outside of that, the big loser is Drew Rosenhaus in a way, because like he did a really good job, I think, handling that situation, and it did not work out. He's going to be busting his tail now. We'll see how good he is. 6 out of 49, DeAnthony Melton going out to the Phoenix Suns. Yeah, I mean, I think the Raiders are fine without him. He is going to file a grievance, is my understanding, and if he wins the grievance against them I think he still has one against the Steelers. I read a little something. Kevin Love out of 25. He could be on the teams could be on the hook for over $50 million combined. Isaac Bonga. This one's out of 25, 13 out of 25, going to the LA Lakers. I got to get some sleeves real quick. Man, it was a total overhaul of the office today, the break room, as far as cleaning up and stuff. Trying to get that all organized before football season comes tomorrow. That was my goal. I've been on top of my goals lately, but I dropped the ball on getting to the... I was up till 4 a.m. trying to make sure I could be caught up with stuff. Woke up at 7. My wife was like, hey, I want to let you know, like, I got your text, because I told her we couldn't go in time. Then my brother calls, like, I can help you ship for 45 minutes. I was like, I'll take it. I jumped off the couch. I slept on the couch. I jumped off the couch, and we pounded out some shipping for about 45 minutes. Shout out to my brother, always helping me out. Abonga. And, hey, out of 10. Out of 10. Obsidian is awesome. We already pulled the case hit. How many Lucas are in this case? Boom. Dude, we've been on fire lately. We had one bad day. It was a throwback Thursday. I was miserable. Ask John. I was like, I'm grumpy, man. We had an awful break today. I was embarrassed by it. But we pulled 2 Kylers yesterday.
Kaboom! Kaboom!
Boom, baby. Oh, man, that's cool. I'll enjoy the bike ride just a little bit more, Chris. No, we pulled that Lulu out of 10. And that's not a redemption, obviously. Lulu out of 10. Boom!
Kaboom!
I hope that's man, I'm really excited. We got I got this football break, man. I'm really sitting on. It's so expensive because honest to God, like I wasn't in breaking in 2017 when like I could have actually sat on some 2017 stuff. Like with 18 stuff, I'm really trying to do it cheaper than what I could if I bought 18 stuff. But I've been buying some 2017 stuff. It's ridiculous. You can't even find it some places. And when you do 2017 football, you're paying, like, I literally, like, lose money on 17 football, but I want to break it. And so, trying to recoup it a little bit with 18 and stuff. So tonight, 17 football, I'm hoping we pull something nice, like a patty, a biscuit. But what a pool to start it out. Mike, I don't know yet, man. For football, I don't know, man. I keep going back and forth. So originally, what I was going to do was do National Treasures Collegiate for 19. I was going to do Encased for 18, Vertex for 17, and Black Gold for 16. It was going to be a 16, 17, 18, 19 mixer. But, dude, it's so expensive. I mean, honest to God, even 16 Black's almost like $180 a box. 10 out of 10, yellow, Lonnie Walker going out to the Spurs. I mean, Vertex is... I'm paying... I got them on Blowout is where I got the stuff. So, you can see what the cost of it is. All the Vertex, the gold, Encased I had. Tatum, numbered out of 49. And then National Treasures is just expensive, man. That's all there is to it. National Treasures Collegiate is expensive. But it's nice, right? So I'm just trying to decide, do I want to go? That's why I said it could be pricey. How about a Currix out of 25, green? Do you guys like this Obsidian? I'm thinking about getting a little bit. I don't even know if you can anymore. I don't think, Todd, I don't think that's a trade that either person would be happy with either way. Like, obviously, if you hit, you're happy, but, like, you're never happy on the other side of that trade. I think it's best to let the cards fall as they may. And Zyrese Smith, patch auto out of 75. You know, it's unfortunate, like, the way you're thinking about it now, but, you know, you make that trade, and then you hit a Zion, and you're like, F my life, right? Like, it sucks. And you can live with it not making the trade, but you can't really live with yourself making that trade and then not hitting. It just sucks. So I say let the cards fall as they may. I don't want to say that for all trades. Yeah, and I don't know that, but you know, in all reality, it's funny because there's the exact same amount of hits for 18 as there is 19. That's what makes this mix kind of really cool. Aaron Gordon for Orlando Magic. This one going to be numbered out of 49. Kevin Love out of 25. I'm pretty excited to take my kids for a bike ride. My wife's going to be cranky. We were supposed to leave it. If I tell you what time we were supposed to leave, you're going to be like, you're an asshole. I told my wife we could leave at 9 a.m. this morning. She comes out at 10. She was so nice about it. She's like, hey, so what time you thinking? I was like, I don't know. I got to get shipping out. I was a little nicer than that. But I wasn't too. I was like, I really want to go, but I got to get shipping out. Troy Brown Jr. for the Wizards. 5 out of 50. Washington Wizards going to Joey Fanning. My wife is way too good for me. There's no doubt about it. I am a little bit talking to myself. I'm trying to be a little quiet, Logan, because I'm talking about my wife. And I don't want her to hear me. And she's like literally right up above me. Mo out of 50. Did someone say we're going to pull a Mo or was it a Bagley? I was mumbling a little bit, Logan. I was saying how my wife, I promised my wife that I would be ready by 9 a.m. this morning. And she came down and it was like 10 a.m. And she's like, hey, what time are you ready? Man, Todd be getting it. Todd hopping in the shower. Dude, Todd's in the middle of a break last night. He's like, all right, guys, have fun. I got to go hop in the shower with my girl. I'm like, we're in the middle of a break here. Get your priorities straight, man. No, I'm just messing. Was I mumbling, Logan, when you said, am I talking to myself? I have a tendency to mumble sometimes when I'm trying to be quiet. It's a definite flaw of mine. PJ Washington, here we go. We're going to get that Cameron Johnson. Marvin Bagley. You said we were going to get a Bagley. Not a rookie, though. There's so many repeats in the base of this. That's my one hatred for it. Jordan Poole. Again, if you guys know who it is, awesome. I'm going to look them all up at the end and write the names on the top loaders. Dude, no. I don't want to be on the screen when he's... I kind of do a little bit. Don't do that. Don't do that. No, man. Don't let me know if you do that. I'll feel so awkward. Yo, if you do it really inconspicuously, like if it's happening and you're just like, turn the TV on, but the computer or whatever's already hooked up. She's like, what's that? I'm like, shh, just don't say. Nazir Little, Ty Jerome, PJ Washington. Oh, Luka! There is a Luka. Could you imagine vinegar strokes? Yo, I can't do it. I can't talk about it right now. All right, Anthony Davis out of 99. Y'all know what the vinegar strokes are, right? Anthony Davis to 99 draft ticket. And Jalen Hands. Although, I don't know, man. You might want to be careful if it's like, if you throw a brake on and I'm breaking like all these dudes and it's like working, you might want to be careful how much you turn the brakes on. You look into that. How about when Jenny stays home because she's about to have the baby and they come back from Cowboys camp and she's in the car talking to Jason Witten in her fantasy. And she's like telling her husband to get out of her fantasy. They come up to the window and they see, is it Jenny? Is that her name? Vinegar Strokes. That show is actually good for like 3 seasons. And then, man, they ruined it. They tried. Zach Norvell. All right, I'm telling you, this next pack is something great. That auto. Here we go. This is the pack. I'm telling you. Grant Williams, Jarrett Culver, Darren Fox, James Worthy. I was wrong. James Palmer. Didn't we already pull him? That must have been another day. James Palmer. Smoke crotch. Oh, man. How many of you guys over at Three Kings with Jason? So, listen. If you guys break... Three Kings is our sister group. Three Kings of Cardboard. Jason Upchurch over there. If you break over there one day in the middle of a break, ask him... Bring up Smoke Crotch. Just say... Mike says you have a story about Smoke Crotch. Dude, he'll kill me. Better yet, do it while Steven's breaking. Brandon Clark, John Morant, Donovan Mitchell. And Tyler Cook. Last pack, we got to at least get an on-card auto out of this box. Did he? So there is little Jordan in there. He's had good luck with that NT. You know what, honestly, Logan? Watching his NT breaks and seeing what he's pulled out of NT has made me want to order more NT. The only problem with it is that we have Flawless coming up. And I have like 3 cases. And Flawless isn't cheap. I'm going to do Flawless as cheap as I possibly can. I promise you, we'll probably have it cheaper than most places, honestly. Because I want us to break it, but I don't want to break the bank with it. And I only got a couple cases. Brandon Clark, Cameron Johnson. Man, what a dud box. I'm sorry. At least we pulled out Luka to save the break. Luka for the day. Yeah, he has had good luck with NT over there. All right, guys. I'm going to do a hit recap here real quick. Congratulations to Chris Voke on the Luka. Guys, I'll be back tonight with football. Do you guys want me to post it? I'll post one more of these. I'll do it. I like it with the Obsidian, honestly, man. I think it's a pretty solid break at $26. I only have 3 boxes left of contenders. But I will do it with that. He had a hot case. He had a hot case of NT is what he had. He pulled a Jumpman, Kyler. Kevin Love, Gordon, Tatum. These are all Walker out of 10. Kevin Love, Melton, and Westbrook. We also had the Anthony Davis out of 99. All right, I'm going to look these up real quick. Brandon Clark. Is going to be for the Memphis Grizzlies. That's going to be going out to, who's got Memphis? Austin. Tyler Cook. Going to go out to Denver Nuggets. Yeah, he pulled like 3. It was a crazy case. It was definitely a lot, you know. Panini sometimes. We've pulled a couple of them like that. I think our 18 case of, or no, we had a case of 2019 certified. Every box in it had 5 hits in it and 2 RPAs. It was crazy. And the thing is, we did not do it as a case break. And I didn't catch on. It was at the National, and I was working in mixers. And every time I'm like, man, we just pulled this out of this case. Sorry, I'm trying to see where James Palmer went. LA Clippers, that's why. Jalen Hands. Yo, where do you guys think AB goes? I mean, someone's going to pick him up. He's just too good. And that's the awful part. If people would stand their ground and be like, we ain't doing it, it'd be fine. But we also love to win as people. And I don't blame people. I mean, listen, I don't want the Bills to get him. I'm wishing him that he goes to the Patriots. I think he's a poison. But the Patriots are smart, man. They'll be like, you ain't coming here unless these are the stipulations. He won't play there. He won't abide by their rules. Lakers on the Norvell. I think the Patriots could be a good landing spot for him. I like Andy Reid, and this is a Jordan Poole. Where is he? I'm starting to know some of these. I think Andy Reid could get good control of him. He might like Reid. He's kind of that's the Warriors. And then we had Mo from Magic. This one out of 50. Yeah, I mean, I don't get how AB can play. Listen, real quick, I don't get how AB can play. And I'm not getting political. I don't want to hear a response to it. Honestly, I'm not going to read them. But how Kaepernick can't play and AB can. Like, it is what it... Like, he has been so much more disrespectful recently than Kaepernick has. Like, Kaepernick did his thing. They settled it. They've moved on. Whatever. I'm not going to get into it too much. But if it pertains to skill, because I'm talking about AB as a skill player... then Kaepernick should be a backup somewhere. Here's my thing is I don't think Kaepernick's willing to be a backup. And that's what I'm going to say real quick about it. I don't think Kaepernick is willing to be a backup quarterback and take a league minimum contract. And the fact is that's what he has to do to get back in the league. And he's not willing to do it. And I think that Cap is being stubborn. Out of 75 Zyree Smith, I would like to see Cap back in the league, honestly, just to like end the whole thing, to move on. I don't think they can find a medium. And I don't think he wants to be a backup, but he is. His skill does not warrant a starting position in the NFL. I don't think it did when he was in the league. And I always said that. I didn't think, he should have been a starter right off the bat. I think his legs created a lot for him. And regardless of the political movement, regardless of all that, Cap should be a backup somewhere. But I think it's on Cap if he wants to be a backup. And I don't think he wants to. And I also think that it's not worth him bringing in all the endorsements he has outside of the league. Like, if he would have just done his thing, moved on, and then said, all right, I want to play football now. But he's bringing in a lot of baggage as a backup quarterback. And I just don't know that it's necessarily worth it. And I'm not saying for the movement or anything, but I will say that as a business, you got to look at that. It's just a matter of fact. Nothing more, nothing less. Lulu out of 10. Luca. No, I know you weren't, Jamar. That wasn't why. But I saw something about if AB's still in the, someone wrote on our thing, if AB is still in the league, then why isn't Cap? It's like, it's two different things. Completely different things. But at the same time, it's kind of like, man, AB got to be gone, man. All right. I'm out. Congrats. Peace.